campus because I haven't really encountered anybody who has been hazed or heard of anybody. But in fraternities and sororities, it may be a problem, but me personally, I haven't heard of anybody.
I do not think hazing is a problem on this campus because I feel as though if it were, then you would hear more about it. But you do not hear major issues about hazing going on this campus. And like I stated before, if it was, you would hear about it.
I would say yes and no. Yes, in that it probably does happen and that it is a tragedy while it does happen. I'm glad that it's not prevalent enough for us to hear about it. And no, I don't think it's an issue on that very reason that we don't hear about it. So I think that's also a good and bad thing. So.
From what I've heard about hazing on campus, like through the freshmen basically, is that it does happen mostly, as sometimes as well, I don't want to say as a ritual really, but just in sororities, fraternities, it's usually seen as a rite of passage, and it's from what I've heard, it's no big deal. But to me, it's at the end of the day, if you're making somebody uncomfortable when they're new on campus, whether it's a small little thing, you're putting them emotionally in a very loose spot. So people got to be responsible about that.
I haven't noticed any hazing on campus, so I don't think it's an issue.
I have heard that hazing is an issue. However, I have never witnessed anything myself, so I cannot say for certain. But I do think if it is an issue, if it is on campus, then something should be done about it, should be taken care of.
I definitely think that hazing is an issue on campuses. I feel like sometimes a lot of people don't feel comfortable sharing their experiences if they are negative or they felt like they were being hazed or verbally abused, physically abused. And I feel like sometimes people are willing to set aside those feelings because they want to belong in a certain group, like a sorority or fraternity or something like that, or a band. I know FMU is recovering from an incident like that. I definitely think it's an issue that we might need to bring up on campuses so that if people do feel like their voice won't be heard, they'll have somewhere to go or something like that. So I definitely think it's an issue.
I do believe that hazing is a problem throughout the world and on college campuses. If you think about it, hazing is just another name for bullying. It goes on all throughout. We've seen in media all around that bullying is not only done through verbal and physical acts daily on college campuses, high schools, athletic fields. It's also done now through online, through media. Everyone has their cell phones these days. It doesn't take but 30 seconds to send out a hateful and insulting comment to anyone that you feel you have the power to do that. Bullying and hazing is nothing but thinking that you have the ability to demean and degrade anyone that you feel is below you. It's a power struggle, and honestly, I believe people believe they're so self-involved and within their own heads that anyone who they feel doesn't equal their standards, they feel they have the right to demean and degrade and make them feel like they're absolutely worthless. And it's a problem, and it's hurting today's society.